number system. So the number system here doesn't mean that the number system that you learn when you're small, like ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. This number system is of computer number system. Like you know that computer can read only binary, right? Yeah. So it's number system with binary. So you don't have number system like the number system ones, tens, hundreds. You won't have it like that here. We'll know about different number systems like hexadecimal, octal, etc. So it might be interesting after you get into the topic, but not now. So let's get into the topic. But before that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. So firstly, we have the decimal number system. Now, decimal number system means you know that decimal means like there are numbers and you have a point between them, but here now in this computer one, it is not necessary that there should be a point. You can have minus, plus, single, etc. like 82 minus 256, 52.87, etc. So the decimal number system consists of 10 digits, i.e. 0 to 9 with the base 10. So the decimal number system, deci, you know the meaning of deci, right? 10. Yes. You have a decagon, like DEC. It means 10 sides, right? It has 10 sides. And then you have year, something we call. But deci means 10. So, and so the numbers, there are 10 numbers in a decimal number system. The base of it is 10. Means it's a base value, right? It's a base. Like you have to multiply something with that only. So and it has the numbers 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not 10 here, right? And then each number can be used individually, or they can be grouped to form a numeric value. Like it can be used individually like 1 or 5 or 6 or 8, etc. And they can also be grouped like 82, 256, 5287, etc. And they can also get symbols like minus and point. And each position represents specific power of base 10. Like you have 82, right? The first units and tens, the base of it is 10. The power of it is 10. And I'll explain it more in the next one. So, and also the rightmost digit of a number is called the least significant number. Like in 82, the rightmost is 2. So that is the least significant number. And 8 is the leftmost and it is the most significant number. Now for example, we have the number 547 and it can be represented in the following way. So this is a picture and you have 547. As I said, each number has the base and like power of 10. So you can see firstly 7. So here normally we go from left to right while writing numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 2 is to the right of 1 and 3 is to the right of 2, 4 is to the right of 3. But here it's the opposite way. Now here 2 is to the left of 1, 3 is to the left of 2, 4 is to the left of 3. So we'll go like that. And the decimal number system has the base 10. So like 547. We have to go from the right side, right? So 7 into 10. So base is 10, we will multiply it with 10. And I said we have to start with 0, right? So it has the 10 has power 0. So it has power 0, so we multiply with it 1. And so you go on like this, and for each digit you have to increase the power like 0, 1, 2, 3. So 547 you have 7 into 10 to the power of 0, and then you have 547 means 4, 4 into 10 to the power of 1, and then you have 5, 5 into 10 to the power of 2. So observation. So the positional value of each digit increases 10 folds as we move from right to left. I said this while explaining the example, right? Yes. The binary number system. So we regularly in our daily life use the decimal number system, and the binary number system, most people don't know about it. Like they just know one simple point, that binary number system uses 0 and 1. That's it. But binary doesn't mean only that. It's the language that the computer uses. Like we use some English, other languages, right? The language of a computer is binary, means, and we have words. Binary doesn't have words, only numbers, and that is only two numbers, 0 and 1. So I said that only two numbers, right? So what do you think the base of binary number system is? Yes, it's 2. So the binary number system consists of only two digits, i.e. 0 and 1, as I said. And since the number system uses only two digits, it has base 2. 2, like in the decimal number system, we multiplied like with 10, right? 10, and we use power. We do the same thing, same exact thing right here only, right here also, but instead of 10 we use 2. And also all digital computers use this number system and convert the data from decimal format into its binary equivalent. So I said that binary means like is the language that computer uses, and computer can only understand binary, right? So now if we give the number some 547, it's a decimal number and binary can read only 0 and 1. But in the number 547 there is no 0, there is no 1. How will the computer understand it? So for that, the computer converts that decimal number into the binary number. So like you have 547, the form into binary is something like 0, 1, 0, 0, etc. So it converts it into binary form, which has only 0 and 1. So why binary? A computer cannot understand human language, rather it understands only the binary code. Therefore, the data that is entered into a computer is converted into binary equivalent. It further converts the binary results into their decimal equivalents for output. Now we gave the decimal number, it converts them into binary, and we need the result like 5. We do 547 plus 10. We know the answer is 6 plus 10. 547 plus 10, 557. We know that. But when the computer calculates it, it will convert 547 into binary equivalent and then adds the 10, they makes 10 also into binary equivalent. Now you may think 10 is it already in binary because there is 0 and 1. But it's not, because we are thinking it as decimal, and it can also be in a decimal format, right? We know that it's in a decimal format, so it has to convert 10, the number that 10 also, into its binary equivalent. And then if it gives the result in binary form, we won't understand, right? Again we need to do some work to convert that binary into the decimal format. So what does the computer do? After the binary result comes, the addition comes in a binary format, it converts that binary thing into decimal again and sends us the result. Is the output. It sends us the output in decimal format back. So conversion of a decimal to binary number system. I said that the computer converts the decimal number into binary, right? So how does it do that? We know that, right? So let's see how does it happen. So step 1 is that you have to divide the given decimal number with base 2. So the base of binary is 2. So you have to divide the given number with base 2. And step 2 is that you have to write down the remainder, divide the quotient again by 2. Like it's simply like the LCM process. You have to write the number, divide it by 2, write the remainder, again divide the remainder by 2, write the remainder, and again divide it by 2, and you have to do the same process until you get the quotient as 0, right? In LCM method, you put the number, you put the divisor here, and you write the quotient here and the remainder here, like this, like this. You have to do it until you get the quotient as 0. So we'll say an example. So the example is right here. So you have 321 for example. So 321 divided by 2. Wait, I'll just use my pointer. So 321 divided by 2 is 160, and you have the remainder 1. So the remainder is here, and you have the quotient here. And then you have to divide 160 again by 2. You will get 80, and there will be no remainder, right? So we'll have to write 0. And then 80 you have to divide it by 2, which will be 40. and then you have to divide, and there'll be a 0 remainder, and you have to divide 40 by 2, which is 20, 0 remainder, again 10 by 2, which is 5, 0 remainder. Now you have to divide again 5 by 2, which gives 2, 2 to the 4, and a remainder 1, right? And then you have 2 here, and you have to divide 2 with 2, which gives 1 and 0 remainder. And then 1 you can't divide it by 2, so 2 zeros are 0, and you have the remainder 1. So now you have the quotient as 0, and the things at the right side one, all the remainders to, if we do it together, you will get the binary equivalent. But here you should not just write 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. This is the wrong binary number. You have to write the binary number from bottom to up. Like the answer of the binary numbers is 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 1. So here in the binary equivalent, you will write it like this, right? So I said the leftmost number is the most significant number. So if you write it in binary, this one will come here, this is the one, it is the most significant number, and the top one will come at to the last, so this is that one, and that is the least significant number. So you can convert your you can even convert 10 also directly, like you have it 10 here, see, you have the answer in here only, right? So you can do each and every number, each and every decimal number into binary equivalent, but you should just know maths. So reminders which are obtained in each step are written in reverse order, as I said, and like placing the least significant number at the top and the most significant number at the bottom. This is a bit confusing, this thing that is there on the screen, but follow it the way I said. Conversion of binary to decimal number system. Now we converted it to decimal, right? Now you have to convert the other thing also into decimal, and you have to add those, and then you get the answer in a decimal format only, but you need it in a binary sorry, it's all opposite, you get it in a binary format only, and you need the answer in decimal format. I said that the computer will again convert the binary into decimal, right? How does it do that? Even we can do that. So how does it do that? Let's see. Step 1 is that you have to multiply each binary number with its positional value, which in terms of powers of 2, starting from the extreme right digit. So you have to multiply each binary number with its positional value. Now in decimal number system, we multiplied each with into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 0, into 10 to the power of 1, into 10 to the power of 2, etc. Right? You have to do the same here. And then you have to increase the power by 1, as I said, into 10 to the power of thing, into power of 1, into power of 2, into power of 3. But here instead of 10 you will use 2, and then you have to sum up all the products. Means like you have the binary number 101, maybe you have to do 1, so the rightmost you have to take, okay, it will be a confusing, so I'll take 100, so 100 in decimal, but it's binary here. So 100, you'll take the rightmost digit 0 into 2 to the power of 0. So 0 into 2 to the power of 0 is nothing but 0 into 1, which means 0 only. So you'll have the 0. You have the 0 1 product over there, and the next you have again 0. So 0 into 2 to the power of 1. So how it will be 0 only. So yeah, again the next product is 0, and the third product means 1. You have to 1 into 2 to the power of 2, right? So 0 1 2. So 2 0 sorry 1 into 2 to the power of 2. So 1 into 2 is 1 sorry 2 only, okay, and power of 2 means here you have to do like 2, you have to multiply 2 times, so you have to do 1 into 2 again. So 1 2 is 2, 2 2 is 4, so the product is 4. Now the last part is that you have to add all the products that you got. So we got 0 0 and 4, so you have to add all these. 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4 itself. So the decimal number for 100 binary number is 4, right? So if you give 4, the answer is 100, and you want the binary sorry decimal number of 100, it's 4, right? Is it easy? Now it may be a bit hard, but if you practice it will become very easy. So here is an example. So you have 1010, and then you have to do 0 into 2 to the power of 0, means you will get the answer as 0. And then you have to do 1 into 2 to the power of 1, you will get the answer 2. Then you have to do 1 into 2 to the power of 1, as I said. So then you have to do 0 into 2 to the power of 2, you will get the answer as 0. Then you have 1 into 2 to the power of 3. So 1 into 2 into 2 into 2 is what you have to do. So how much is the power? You have to multiply with 2 those many times. Now for example, if it is there like 1 into 2 to the power of 16, so you have to do 1 into 2 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 into 2, these many times. Yeah. So how much is the power? You have to multiply 2 those many times with 1, right? So the answer here 1 into 2 into 2 into 2 is the answer 8. So now you have to add all these. 2 plus 8 is 10. So the answer is 10. And also you have to note one thing, that when you write your decimal number or binary number, after write you have to put those in brackets. Like you have the answer 10, right? You have to put those in brackets, and the base of that decimal number is 10. So beside that you have to write 10 small, very small, right? And for binary also, you have to write 2. Base is 2, is 2. You can see that you have to put in brackets and 2. So this is another example. Example 2, you have 1001. Same process, 1 into 2 to the power of 0 is 1. 0 into 2 to the power of 1 is 0. 0 into 2 to the power of 2 is 0. 1 into 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So 1 plus 8 is 9. So 9 is the answer. So you can have practice and it will be easy for you. Next is the octal number system. What do you understand by octal? Oct. What is oct? Have like octagon, right? What is octagon? How many sides does it have? It has 8 sides, right? So what does octal number system mean? Is it like does it have base 8 and 8 digits? Yes, it does have. So let's get into it and have more information. The octal number system, oct, consists of 8 digits, 0 to 7 with the base 8. So you can think again, like it has only 7, right? How can it be 8? It should be 7. The base should be 7. You have 0 also. Count the number 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 digits. Okay? So the base is 8. Then you have the concept of octal number system came from the Native Americans, as they used to count numbers by using the space between their fingers rather than using their fingers. So now for small people to understand, make them understand numbers, we will tell them to count it with their fingers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Right? So the Native Americans before, they won't used to count the numbers with their fingers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But instead, they used to count the numbers with the spaces between their fingers. Right? So now how many spaces are there in my hand? There are 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So now for us this means 5. But for them it means 4. So 4 and 4 in two hands together is 4 plus 4, 8. So the octal number system came from them. 8. The base is 8. Right? So you understood, I guess. The conversion of octal to decimal number system. Now you have an octal number system. uh, okay, in octal number system you don't have 9, so it is hard to identify whether it is octal or decimal sometimes. So they will give you whether it is octal or decimal, right? So now we'll see how to convert an octal one into a decimal one. It's all the same process for all the things that you do, right? So like into 8 to the power of 0 into 8 to the power of 1 into 8 to the power of 2, etc. This exact same process. So the procedure of octal to decimal conversion is similar to binary to decimal conversion, right? So the only difference is the change of base. So if you want to convert any octal number into decimal number, you have to start multiplying the digits of the number from right hand side with the increasing power of 8 and starting from 0, and finally summing up all the products. So let's see an example. Okay, so we don't have an example because I did not give an example because I already said how to do binary to decimal, right? I have to do the same process. You have to do the same process, right? But instead of for 2, you will have to use 8, and instead of 10, again 8. So next is the hexadecimal number system. What is hexadecimal? Hex, decimal, hex is 6, decimal is 10. What does it mean? Let's see. So this number consists of 16 digits, 0 to 9, and the letters A to F, where A to F represents 10 to 15 digits. In this number system, hex is equals to 6 and decimal is equals to 7. So it's called hexadecimal. So in this number system, you have digits 0 to 9. So 0 to 9 is only 10 digits, right? How it is saying hexadecimal? It should be again decimal, right? So here 0 to 9 are represented in their own format, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. But then you have numbers 10 to 15, which in total makes 16 digits, right? Because you have 0. And 10 to 15, these numbers 10 to 15 are represented with letters, like 10 is equals to A, 11 is equals to B, 12 is equals to C, 14 is equals to, sorry, 13 is equals to D, 14 is equals to E, and 15 is equals to F. So the 10 to 15 numbers are represented with A to F letters, and it has the base 16 as there are 16 numbers. And this number system is called hexadecimal. I said that in the starting, I just gave a clue kind of. Hex and decimal. So hex means 6 and decimal means 10. So 6 plus 10, 16. Hexadecimal. Right? It's nice name. So conversion of a hexadecimal to decimal number system. It's again all the same process that you do for binary to decimal, then octal to decimal. It's the same process, but it's just the change of base. So the procedure of hexadecimal to decimal conversion is similar to the method shown before. The only difference is the change of base. To convert hexadecimal to decimal, multiply the number with base 16. Something into 16 to the power of 0, something into 16 to the power of 1, something into 16 to the power of 2, etc. etc. So here example. So it's not an example. So hexadecimal conversion this is. So I said, right, this is equal to this. So 0 we'll represent it with 0, 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3. So till 9 it's all the same. But from 10 to 15 it's different. 10 to A, 10 is we'll represent with A, 11 with B, 12 with C, 13 with D, 14 with E, 15 with F. So now you want to write a number. If you want to write a number and it has 10 in it, you should not write 1 0. You have to write A for that, right? So here is an example for that. So you have 3B. Now what is B? B is 11, right? So firstly you have to go from right hand side. So but here is from left hand side, right? But the process is same. You can do it either way, but you have to see that the power is correct. Now however you write 3 into 16 to the power of 1 will come, so it's nothing but 3 into 16, which is 48, and then you have b means 11, right? So you have to do 11 into 16 to the power of 0 as is the first number. Maybe it's confusing. I'll teach it this side. First is b is 11, means 11 into 16 to the power of 0 is nothing but 11 into 1, which is 11, and then 3 into 16 to the power of 1. So 3 into 16 into power of 1, you'll multiply 16 one time only, so 3 into 16, which is 48. So you have to add all the products I said. So 48 plus 11 is 59. Yeah, 59. right? So the decimal number of 3b is 59. You have to do the same process here. Now example 2, we have 4d2. 4d2. So 2 is equals to 2 into 16 to the power of 0, which means 2. Then d is equals to 16. So uh, sorry, d is equals to a b c d. It's 13. So you have to do 13 into 16 to the power of 1, which means 13 into 16, which means 208. And then you have 4 into 16 to the power of 2, which means 4 into 16, which is 1024. So now you have to add all these. 1024 plus 208 plus 2, which is equals to 1234 in decimal format. So it's all easy, but as you go to hexadecimal, the number increases as you multiply it with 16. Hope you understood it well. So thank you and have a nice day ahead. And also please don't forget to subscribe and like my channel, share my videos, comment on my videos, and hit the bell icon. So bye bye.